He's going inside a rock.
Have a good one.
All right. As I'm reading through this, it's it looks like there was more than that.
Was it?
Yeah, it's so it looks like he also failed to document Cora and Flops' possessions properly with his hands over the gun. Oh, okay. It looks like it's talking about the bandages, which quite frankly, taking bandages off someone when you're dying is not the end of the world. It's not even that. It's not
Bandages aren't an issue. I don't think. You know?
No.
Well, that's what all it was, is what it sounds like.
No,
I think it's more than that.
it looks like
He also
What
have 5
is it?
daps, so he's at 7 now.
yeah. But why is it 48 hour suspension?
It should
Yeah.
be 24. It's per
Yeah.
instance.
Oh, 7's the number.
7's the number that suspensions are happening. Yeah.
I see.
Sorry, what? Where's your
Sorry,
card?
What?
At 6 steps, you got a 24 hour, sir.
Oh, it's 7.
Okay.
It's on the 7th.
So then why is he getting 48?
I don't believe he should be.
I don't think he should have got 24 to begin with.
Well, he's over the amount though. Well, so it's
From
not
these
about.
DAPs.
Oh.
He's over the amount because he got DAPed for this situation.
We verified 7 and not 6. No, at 6 daps.
It's only
I'm
6.
sorry, I'm wrong. At 6, a mandatory.
You're never wrong, Chief. You know, I can change it in SOPs right now if you want 7, okay? Right now. Sir.
Being sarcastic.
No?
What do you mean I'm never wrong? Of course I'm wrong at times.
Oh. Nope, I'm just being mean, Chief. It's just me, Maxwell.
Are you implying something, Maxwell?
I think I personally would love to see more suspensions.
You just defended, okay, the guy for taking IFAKs or bandages from somebody.
I did, but then as I read, I know there's been issues with speaking. What I was trying to say is, I thought that. However,
Gonna drive in circles.
as I read further down, it looks like he didn't document possessions on the
Before he
individual.
took 'em?
No,
Case
in
and
general.
shooting 3 justices.
Yep.
Is it that he didn't document the bandages before he took them, or he
No,
didn't
no,
document
no.
possessions when
So,
processing after the fact?
I'll read it. I thought it was about the bandages, and it's very confusing the way this is written out. So it seems like it's about bandages, but if you continue reading, it says, this will likely lead to a civil case as the ADMC called Robin Ferreira as a representative, which Robin argued for the possessions of Cora and Flop and Kelly to be dropped due to Perry's actions. That is nothing. Like that. I don't care what Robin says. If you are dying and someone's got medical equipment, any reasonable person is going to use said equipment so that they do not die, which in turn would put the individuals in front of him in jeopardy, right? It then goes on to say, initial decision was no until Perry failed to document Cora and Flop's possessions properly with his hand over the gun. Wait. Oh, wait, is that it? Alongside this error, Aphrodite has been injured and went to duty prior to being able to add the pictures of the robbery to report in case of bench trial. The situation developed into one of needing to avoid a bench trial by all means. The larger issue then arose that Cora was in possession of a firearm that was hot, returning to the shooting of multiple justices a few drives prior. Ha! Due to the processing error made and combined with Perry's decision to search for medical supplies, the decision was made to drop the possession charge against Flop and Cora, but retain Kelly's charges. Wait, okay, maybe this is cooked. The deal was
Sounds-
accepted and suspects were processed. Okay.
What?
Oh, okay. What the fuck? Even if
So yeah.
this did not need to be dropped. This is you hold your charges.
So who is the Perry person?
I
they
don't
a
even know who that
PPO?
is. I'm checking out.
Because I'm going to be honest, they probably weren't trained, number one, to highlight the gun.
Agreed.
Looks
There's,
like a PPO.
there's a lot of weird shit, and that's crazy.
A PPO
Who-
should not get in. I'm sorry.
No.
PPOs should not get
Thank
in
you.
trouble.
not
they're
for
literally
not
in
knowing how to do
training.
that.
Yeah. Wait. Why would you suspend them? That should be whoever's overseeing them.
Whoever FTO'd them failed them, in my opinion.
Well, I don't think a Okay. Hot. Like not soft
That's
take.
not cadet. That's
soft
PPO.
take. Soft
yes,
take
it's-
here is that we need to stop giving cadets and PPOs 95s to handle by themselves.
Why did
on
they have two
violent
95s?
scenes?
And they had two, not one. Sounds like they had two. And
Why
last
would
man
you give a
standing.
PPO a violent scene?
Because there's only 3 people on duty. Probably.
It doesn't matter. That they're whoever else is there should be reviewing the charges and the evidence. And furthermore, even if it was removed and they didn't photograph it then and there, that doesn't remove the ability to prosecute.
So those 4
Correct.
officers were the ones that were up still here
Okay.
during that situation. They
And
should
then
have. They should have
Perry-
still helped here. Let's see.
And Perry had 2 95s, is what it sounds like.
How do you have 2 95s with 4 people up?
Why are they in trouble for not documenting 2 people's possessions?
I feel like there's more that we just need to talk to Maple about on this than just what's written here exactly.
Well, what sucks
Because
is this person's
confusing as hell,
this person's
report.
suspended for 2 freaking days for this already. They got suspended today, so they're not supposed to come back for what till Saturday, right?
Yeah. I'm confused why the charges were dropped.
Sounds like people weren't confident in what they were doing. 1 second. Hello, Michael. A brief second, sir. What's going on? Pleasant or unpleasant? Oh, okay. Okay. What? Do you want to file a complaint, sir? You just want to let me know what's going on.
Johnson misfires?
Who said that? Carmine.
Recommend 5.
All right, let me call him. Does he have the stuff right now? You're the guy he arrested? Okay. All right, bye. I'll call you back.
Insubordination is like a 5 in my mind. Gregory got recommended 5 for a misfire, which I think oh, you're still on the phone. Sorry about that, Maxwell.
1 second. Carmine. Carmine, does he have ingredients? Carmine, does the guy you're arresting have ingredients for the Big Dog Noodle shop so that they can sell things? Are you putting food in the evidence lockers? Okay. Are you releasing him or are you sending him to jail? Okay, well then
My push to talk
okay.
is, I think it's an update that happened that scuffed it the last 2 days. Apparently,
How many ingredients does he have on him? 36 of each, and how long is he going to jail? You couldn't just give the ingredients back to the owner. He literally makes our lunch every day. Figure it out.
If you're new to the channel, be sure to slap that follow button, ladies and gentlemen. And chat, for the next 30 minutes, I will be matching the biggest
Carmine,
gifts
I
ever.
am so proud of you for getting a gun off the street. Now give the goddamn owner of the store his food back, okay? Yeah, pat yourself. I would. I would. Okay, bye, Carmine. He needs a shock collar or something.
Wow, what happened?
He arrested. What the hell is going on? 311. He arrested somebody at Big Dog Noodles because their car had illegally parked car had a Glock in it or something, and the guy has a shit ton of ingredients for Big Dog Noodles. So the owner asked him if he could have the ingredients so he could make food, and I guess Carmine said something else could happen or with it or whatever. I don't know.
What did he say?
He said something about the hot dog shop and that he's gonna put it in his hot dog shop. But I don't think Carmine has a hot dog shop. I don't even know who owns that place actually. Does Carmine own the hot dog shop?
I'm pretty sure the county owns it.
Oh. So that's what he meant by I'm gonna put it in my hot dog shop? Okay. I guess he told the owner that. That's what the owner's saying. I didn't ask Carmine just now. I was trying to get off the phone with him, but
Carmine said he was going to take produce.
the guy
Put it
he's
in a
arresting.
hot dog shop.
That's what he said.
So he's going to steal it. Okay.
I don't think he knows how hot dogs are made.
I also don't think. I don't think Carmine should be saying that to people.
No, I agree. Michael called me to complain about him. Carmine's gonna get him back the produce.
Better apologize too.
Yeah, I let him know, sir, that he makes our food every day, and you know, quite honestly, I don't want to spit in
Poor,
my
it's
lunch,
probably
you know?
poor Frank, dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. If you want to take me back towards BD, I need to go off duty here. I'm getting a bit of a migraine, but I think Maple needs to be talked to about this and figure out, not necessarily talk to, but we need to talk to him and see what his mindset was on this, why it was as severe as it was. I'm in agreement that, you know, truthfully, if a PPO is getting 7 DAPs, we should be, frankly, terminating them.
Right?
He's going
I
down
don't think
a very
he-
poor path.
Yeah, but sir,
So-
I mean, what if a PPO? If PPOs are cadets, effectively.
No.
Well,
No,
technically,
PPOs. If we're letting somebody go out there on their own, PPOs should essentially be they're a probationary police officer. They should, if we can't trust them on their own, then they should be with an FTO.
but they're not expected to take on the workload of something that I could do, balancing a scene,
Yeah.
doing, you know, processing 2 suspects and all
Hang
their
on, that's-
evidence.
That's not what we're talking about.
But that's what he did, and he got dapped for it, sir, because he didn't do it properly.
No, the failure in that was the other officers on scene. What I'm saying is a PPO should be able to go out there and do the job. They are police officers. So they should be able to do the job.
Yes.
I would agree if that was our current standard. I think we have
Why would we let people go out there alone if they're not
great
ready
question.
to do the job?
Maxwell, do you disagree? Like, that some of our PPOs are pretty much still in need of training?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's something we need to push then.
Yeah.
To our P&T. They shouldn't be getting cleared to go out as a PPO alone
What
to do the job.
P&T, sir?
True.
We get P&T for every shift, do we not?
I'm one person, and I'm in a lot of shit every day.
I think
And
you need to get more people
it
working
is
for P&T with you then.
yep, easier said than done.
I understand the last 2 have gone MIA. We just got to get someone else. We got to keep trying to push for more.
Not
training.
a lot of people that, 1, have the time, 2, have the energy, or 3 have the care. We do have a lot of people that have the care. They just don't have the time as much as maybe I would, right? It's so hard to find people that can dedicate time to this job. And that's why I think there is a big difference between the PD now and years ago when I worked here, when it was a lot more strict with things. We just don't have the support that we used to have.
Can we get a team instead of, you know, one or two people, get 3-4 people, and the load is spread apart?
Yes, I've been realizing that it needs to be spread even more than it is, because even just giving it to 2 people, it's still just not enough. And the people that it is going to are only recently officers in the last 4 weeks, month. You know what I mean? That's what's even crazier. It's like, where's everybody else that's been here for the 10, 12 months I've been here?
Maybe we need to revisit how we how PNT works as a whole then.
It would be nice. Is there a command meeting, sir?
Senior meeting's about as close as we get to command meetings right now.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have some good in them, but they're I've said it to Watson before, you know, just keep it to the point and we clear out. But I think it is good to get at least on the same page as everyone.
Yeah.
It's just
everyone
a doom
getting one
sesh.
spot and getting the same page. I mean, it's intended to be a situation or a place where we can bring up issues and then find solutions, and with the people who are dealing with those issues. That's the intent. I understand the intent. It's not always exactly how it comes out, but you know, that's what should be working towards.
Yeah, I do think we need a command meeting.
I mean, even just like the topic of like DAPs and their application. Like, what is the desire of their application? Like, what does a 5 mean? What does a 3 mean? Are we applying? Hey, this is the base amount, but if they recognize their mistake, do we bring it down a bit? Or if they do not recognize it or refuse to recognize it, what does that turn into? Right? Like, what is our desired scale?
Well, and this is why I don't want people out of shift dapping my shift, sir, because I disagree with their thought process in their decision making with this. I feel like if I dapped a PPO 7-8 times, whatever, it probably wouldn't be working here anymore. Even before those daps.
What even was his dab for? That actually doesn't even matter. I think if there's a procedural drop, we have SOPs, and those SOPs are failed to be followed in a situation. I think there should be a talking to. If it's a repeat issue, that's when you start to dap, right? Where people aren't listening to the first, the second time that they're being told to fix their issues. Now, if you start, if we're talking about excessive force, people getting hurt, things like that, there needs to be a record put down. You know, the DAPs aren't the end of the world, but they are to create a track record to keep track of these situations.
So yes, and PPOs actually.
Sorry. I don't know how that popped up behind me.
What the? Just pulled it out. Okay. Anyway, so PPOs actually have reports, like a PPO tracking report that, as FTOs, we're making them in shift 1. I believe shift 2 does as well. If something happens with said PPO, maybe they needed to be corrected on something on a scene. Maybe they need to work on something from a scene. We're trying to add that as a note to their report. Hey, so-and-so talked to this PPO about leading a scene, or they didn't process something properly, and we let them know this is something they need to work on.
Wait, what the fuck?
That's what we do with our PPOs. Everybody knows PPOs still need a hand, and they're supposed to be asking questions. And a hand with maybe things that weren't gone into detail about during training.
Not to scare you guys, but we may have a 78 in a second.
Yeah. What?
Ammunition, getting prepared to open fire.
Yeah, Chief's about to leave. Okay, I'll jump in with you.
I think this is why I'm saying like command meeting would be good, because this is good conversation, but everyone I think should hear this.
When's Radish gonna be back?
He said 2 days, but it's kind of about a year right now.
I'm gonna email him.
Let's put one together. Let's put a command meeting together. Let's get itinerary together. Let's get things outlined that we want to touch on, and let's do it then.
So we just for LSPD or both departments? I feel like
I'm fine with both of them, right? Everybody gets on the same page. When it comes to PNT and stuff, that's gonna be all us.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not carrying
Yeah,
ammo
I
on
think
you, are you
we're
there?
we're very different on
Negative, sir.
on that. Oh, I might need to get some more. No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know.
Yeah, someone put it in this lockbox. I just yoinked it out.
Oh, crazy.
Okay.
All right. We need to figure out what. I don't know. I feel like it. Yes, we need to be with both departments, but do you not think we should have a command meeting with just our department so that we can all be on the same page first before we bring another department in and have their opinions?
I actually agree with that. It's been
Well,
very.
You're not talking. I don't hear you.
Oh yeah, it's been an issue last few
Yeah,
days.
same.
I kind of agree with that. If I'm gonna
Yeah.
just be straight up, BCSO has a very different way of doing things, which I'm, more power to them or whatever. But even in that senior meeting, they were the ones talking, and I don't know if I feel, I don't know how you feel about this, Maxwell, but I feel like our shit way different than theirs. And
In what way? Because when it comes to how we are
they
maybe
cry
at
a
our
lot,
station, I mean, there's plenty of people that cry in LSP as
There were
well.
no
Let's be honest.
suggestions. It was just complaining about
No, there
this,
was-
complaining
wait,
about
wait.
that.
Hang on, what?
About
There were
the docket
solutions that were
stuff,
brought up and
a
how
few.
to figure things out on every subject that was brought up.
I definitely disagree with that, sir. I mean, I asked that very question, like, what are the action items here? I was like, oh, it's in the report. I pulled up that report from last week. Ain't no action items in there.
There's no solutions in that report and the issues that were brought up.
Not to the level that I would consider actionable. They're like, hey, you could do this. I mean, that's fine and dandy, but unless it translates into a mandate or an SOP, it's not really actionable. It's more like a mild suggestion of an opinion, if that makes sense.
Well, some of these situations, I mean, that's the whole point of a senior meeting, though, is to get together with the people who are going to run those scenes and to adjust how we approach them. They're not exactly SOP situations, all of them. I know we did go over solutions for a lot of those, whether they're good solutions or not. They're a voice, and I think solutions need to be brought to those situations. In terms of a joint meeting, I think when it comes to the field and when we're on calls, we have to operate the same.
I don't.
If the meeting is about
Yeah.
PNT, then yes, LSPD, fine. But if it's about how we respond to, say, a FLICA or a chase, a pursuit, something like that, that's when we should have joint meetings and where we should
Of course, but we're
on the
not
exact same
talking.
page.
Right, but we're talking about punishments, which they don't even punish their own based off our recommendation.
They do.
More okay, but
I don't know. I'm only speaking freely here, sir. I got threatened. I got implied that I tortured someone. That is pretty fucking, and they got a warning. Like, that still rubs me the wrong way, if I'm going to be honest. If that happened in this department, I would have slapped a motherfucker with a dap, of course. I think
Did they torture someone?
I was claim was that I tortured somebody.
Knight
Yes.
was
Claim was you tortured someone.
Yeah.
yes, it was yes.
Yeah.
And then
To the
and
suspects.
then Belle went to the prison and sympathized with them.
Not even no. It came out of that conversation.
Right.
Yeah. So
Is there a report on this?
oh yeah, I wrote a whole thing on it.
I
have to
vaguely
catch up
remember
on it.
reading something over this. What's the report
Yeah.
number? You know?
Okay.
And then I generally agree with the premise here.
19938. 19938.
What happened on this? It's super fast rundown here. I'm not talking any sort of details. I'm talking what actually transpired.
I led a massive scene with 13 alphas, where the clowns Molotov an individual, where another individual pulled out a shotgun at officers. Massive scene. So we bring him down here. Chatterbox wants to go in the big cell. There's already 95 in there. I'm going to treat the clowns exactly like anybody else when it turns into an OIS, because you have to be even with everyone when it comes to violence. There is no discretion. Otherwise, it's who's everyone's favorite criminal, right? And I refuse to put him in the big cell. There's already 95 in there. This isn't, bed and breakfast. I put him into the cell, and he started kicking and screaming. I was under the impression that was his way of crying, and I was going to succumb to that. Eventually, when the 95s are cleared, I moved him into the big cell. I found out from Ruby afterwards he's got claustrophobia, which I don't believe to be the case, because he whispered in my ear that I could have kept it up for an hour. Shortly, Belle had seen it for a minute, immediately went to Bolingbrook and to talk to them. I know this because I got a phone call from her, and she very passively aggressively in an accusatory tone was like, wanted me to she goes, I want to know exactly what the hell is going through your head down there. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I explained what I just did to you, and because from where I was standing, you were torturing them. And I look over at my MDT at the GPS. She's up there in Bolingbrook. Tessa tells me after the fact that she went up there to talk about it, and she should have quote unquote known better. Apparently she's related to these people. So I immediately made a report. It then gets sent to Romello, and TLDR, we're going to monitor. She got a warning. Now, that to me, and then so for me, it's like insubordination. It's literally like these guys could have went to bench. It's a million different things. I'm surprised that wasn't a suspension.
Captain, the noodle distorting me.
But
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't want to, I'm over that. It's just showing the difference in handling, right? Whereas even some of those closest to me, you can ask Maxwell. I threatened Frost with 5 dabs for insubordination. You know what I mean? Be my best friend, I'm still going to issue it the same.
Yeah.
One other thing I want to point out, because I know I'm yapping. After that senior meeting, I'd say the majority of LSPD command felt very different about that meeting than they did.
Mm-hmm.
So
Most were very unhappy about I don't know.
About
I
what?
don't know if they were happy about being there, but it was just, no, it wasn't even just LSPD though. It was like even somebody from BCSO texted me, like they wanted to get the heck out of the. I don't
Well,
know
here's
if
the
it's
thing,
the
though.
setting of
Everybody's
the
in.
meeting. If it's
Right. People are in positions of supervisory that
yes.
we need to communicate. We all need to be on the same page. There needs to be some
Right.
sort of communication.
There needs to be a better way of doing the meeting, sir. The way it is, and the people dooming, like some of us cannot handle the constant complaining. Okay, I can deal with it for a limited amount of time. I'm very patient with a lot of things. Some people, I think just their anxiety goes through the roof. And I think that's what was happening at the meeting, even with people within BCSO. So there needs to be like a more of a spin to the meeting than just people dooming. And like some of the things they were talking about, they should probably just talk to their friends about, about their personal this and that, like whole story. Like how we talk about our experience with a certain thing. It needs to be, this is the issue. This is what I suggest. Or what do you guys think? Here's the issue. I don't know what we should suggest. What do you guys suggest? Right? More to the point. Not.
Yeah, I'm for
People-
more to the point, but
Yeah.
I want communication between everyone when it comes to seniors plus. There should be, right?
Yes, but
agree
you
with
need
that?
to keep
Okay.
everybody's attention. I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of people tune out during that meeting, even the last one. A lot of people were tuned out. That's why a lot of people don't speak up because they're probably scrolling through their phones. They're not interested.
I think it.
Well, they
For
should be in
me,
those positions.
that
Well,
yes. Well.
Yes,
Well.
but also it's just
command
not-
was most of the ones talking, and a
It
lot
was
of those
supposed to be
things were
only
like,
seniors, right?
well, if you're command and you're like, how do I do this? It's like, how are you command? Right?
Well, it's a senior plus meeting, but yeah.
Is it
Listen,
a senior
I'm
plus
all for-
meeting?
Yes.
I was told only seniors should be bringing up issues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That's how it
a
was
senior
portrayed
plus
to
meeting.
me. Yeah.
Only seniors should be bringing up issues.
Yeah, that's what I was told the 1st
Mhm.
meeting.
The senior meeting, that's what I was told as well. It's a way for seniors to let command know what their grievances were, so then command could help find resolution.
Right, so they should be doing that themselves. I think if we're going to have a meeting of command where we have to be there, and all of us should be able to partake, and all of us should be able to bring up something, maybe even require everybody to bring up one small topic to talk about to make sure everybody's paying attention.
Yeah, actually, I think they should be submitted beforehand as well. Make it simple.
Yeah.
That's
Instead of
even
having to bring
better.
everything up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for making it more structured. I even spoke to
Yes.
Watson about making it more structured because
Mm.
the first one went on for way too long.
Yes.
I want that meeting to be a 30, 40-minute meeting to the point we're out of there. 30 minutes is fine. I'll talk to Watson here, see if we can do that. See if we can make it a bit more to the point. A command meeting I think would be good. If we're gonna go more PNT, more LSPD related, let's just keep it LSPD. Let's get that organized. And,
What do you
and see
think,
how we can
Knight?
address PNT.
I could talk to other command too and see what they think.
Yeah, I think a
open
command
badge.
meeting's good. I do think it'd be nice to have an LSPD one just to talk openly first. When I say openly, I mean, and maybe tell me if I'm wrong here, but there's a lot of command, and I kind of think like if command, y'all's command, myself included, we're able to say here's how we think there should be things, and then high command discusses their final solution if it's disparities, right?
Right.
I mean, we
Um,
can do the same thing we're talking about for the senior plus meeting. Submit your questions so we
Okay,
can look
but-
them over and have some answers for them.
Okay. I think it's important to support our own department before we branch out and support everybody else. We need to make sure that our command is getting what they need and getting their questions answered and getting
What are you
supported by
responding
their
to right
high
now?
command. I'm just speaking for command in general. We have not had a command meeting.
And that's what we're trying to schedule now, right?
Right. But I don't know why you're insisting that we have a meeting with BCSO when we are
I'm
our
not
own department
insisting that.
first.
I just said we're going to have a meeting with LSPD.
Yeah. I think we're venting, sir. I think there's probably I think we've needed one from so long, hence the passion.
Okay, let's get that meeting together.
All right. Hell yeah. All right.
Maxwell, you able to do that?
Yes.
All right. Hell yeah. All right. Sir, sorry for keeping
let's
you
try to
for
get it
so
done
long.
here,
I know
sir.
you've been trying to get out of here for like 30 minutes.
All right.
All right.
Either of you got anything else for me right now?
No.
All right.
All right.
Have a good day. Be safe out there.
Yep. You
All
too.
right, you too.
I got you, Maxwell. I got you. Want to get out there?
Yeah, I'm about to light a cigarette. I don't even smoke.
I think no, I mean I'm not wrong though, right? Like I think this is just pent up frustrations that
Well,
is hearing for the first
right.
time.
He's coming in and not understanding. Like,
I think he did at the end. I mean,
Well,
he
that's
agreed
what
at the end, right?
I felt like he was taking it personal right now, and I wasn't.
No,
it wasn't
no,
like,
no, no, no.
I think like keeps pushing for BCSO, and it's like they don't fucking support us. So we need to support ourselves first.
I think
then
that
bring them in.
I think and that's why we
can't keep having people transfer because they're not being supported. That's literally what Johnson wants to transfer for.
Johnson's a dumb fuck.
Well, okay, I know, but it's an example, right? Romello wants to transfer because he's not supported, and he's in BCSO.
Romello's a bitch.
Okay, I like Romello, right? I think Spade spun that shit bigger than it should have been.
If you were in that meeting with me, okay, I think so too. But
part of it.
Romello's got Romello can't. I think you're right. I think Romello's a pretty chill dude, but that guy's got like a small fucking. He's got like small penis. I think he's got a small ass dick.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
okay.
you were there in that meeting. This guy genuinely thought we were gaslighting him for giving us our perspective, which ultimately led to him to be like, "Oh my god, got ran over." Bitch, you told the ass chief to go right, and he did, and then he ran you over, and then we didn't know you got ran over.
Oh, he was telling you to go around him, like go to the right?
Yes.
So he drove into him when he told you the direction.
Yeah, and then we didn't think he got ran over.
What?
Yeah, and he wouldn't understand. Like, so because of that, he's so hyper focused on it that he ignored.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
The fuck, man?
I had the largest like headache. I was like trying to rub my forehead, and
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
You're good, man. You take care.
You have a great day. Okay.
Yeah, so he completely ignored our issue with it, which was like, hey man, we're sorry we didn't know you got hit. But that doesn't mean that you go and put motherfuckers on blast on 311. Right? Like, we can resolve every issue, not just your issue, right? But I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, and then he didn't. And then what about the Spade thing? We're gonna talk to her. What the fuck was that? We stand on business. I'm gonna go give some daps right now. In fact.
To who?
I don't know. I'm the dap daddy.
Okay. You need to calm down. You've been hanging out with Peters.
I actually give. Listen, you know, I think daps are good. I think daps are healthy, and I think suspensions are healthy.
When they're not dumb as fuck. Yes. We have a PPO suspended for 48 hours, which isn't even in the SOPs, by somebody in shift 3 who wants to also dap Johnson 5 daps for accidentally shooting somebody when he was trying to tase him out of the car.
Yeah. I think that's where we got to talk about. I always, hey, DPD had the best DAP system. We dapped heavy, suspended often, and if they understood, you literally reduce it by 2/3 of the DAPs. Because if someone comes up to you and like that's the thing where I hate is like Carmine and Bobby get farmed, right? Mm-hmm. Everyone else gets away with it, but at least they show remorse. That's better than someone who's just a toxic fuck. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, if someone's like, hey, I get it, my bad, like, you know, and they fully listen, whatever, like, why would I dap them the full points? Isn't that improvement right there?
Yeah.
And if you do it consistently, then people don't feel a certain way. That's the thing. Is it bad to suspend someone for 24 hours?
No. Depends who it is.
I feel like if it happened to more people, it'd be
like who? Why is he running with a class 2 out? That's Trig. Never mind. Is this? What scene are we on?
I don't know.
What channel is this? Do they need help?
Turning it on now.
Yeah. What channel are you guys on? We're not.
We're not.
Okay. I thought you were in an active. Huh?